Like to keep just for us, and then certain elements of our private life. But other than that, I mean, you know about drugs and alcohol with us, you know about everything. I mean, we're really open. There's not, and a lot of the stuff on the records, it's really brutally honest. So there's not a lot we can tell you.
We really like folk deal.
Yeah.
Next. Anybody else on the floor?
Yeah. You know, I think because if you look at what My Chemical Romance is doing, it's actually very exclusive from what's going on in the music world in other scenes. It's a scene unto itself, and we're very proud of it because that's what we set out to do. When we started as a band, we couldn't even get booked on shows because we weren't an emo band. And I think what happened is a phenomenon of like, I think it's like a record company generated phenomena, emo, and they kind of started looking for all these bands that they could label emo because kids were apparently listening to something called emo. At the same time, you had us, who were, you know, really kind of getting bigger and bigger and building our own cult fan base. And so the media just assumed that we were part of that phenomenon, which we weren't. And the unfortunate thing about that phenomenon is that it's completely phony and generated. It's not really anything that exists. It's just kids with like really bad haircuts, dungarees, and can't write a song to save their life. So, I mean, we're completely separate from that.
Anybody else?
He will always have bad haircuts, but that's just him. That's also very exclusive from what's going on in music. It doesn't. Like, that's the point. It doesn't fit in. It was created because it's something that we wanted to hear. You know, I think it fits in. Well, if it fits in anywhere, it's because we feel that it's so unique. It doesn't really exist anywhere else. It was inspired by lots of things. Punk from the early 80s, or heavy metal like Iron Maiden from the early 80s, things like that. But also things like Morrissey, and then on the Black Parade, classic rock like Queen. It's a very classic rock record. So it's not inspired by anything. It's not at least 20 or 15 years old. And it's our modern kind of interpretation of it, you know. So I think that's kind of where it fits in. It's not like anything else. We're really proud of that aspect.